Om. Om Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyaye Sarvavighnopashantaye. Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashakritau Vante Bhagavantau Puranam Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Veda Vibhagine Vyomavad Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Vishnu Sahasranama, verse 50. Please read.
अशोकस्तारणस्तार शूरशौरिर्जनेश्वरः अनुकूलशतावर्त पद्मी पद्मनिभेक्षणः अशोकस्तारणस्तार शूरशौरिर्जनेश्वरः अनुकूलशतावर्त पद्मी पद्मनिभेक्षणः.
We have seen Ashoka, the one who is free from Shokadi Shadurvis. So, Ashanaya Pipasa, hunger and thirst, Adi Vyadi. We see these are afflictions at the physical body level and the mental level. And Shoka, Moha. Shoka, Manasaha, Tapaha. Moha, Aviveka, ignorance. Let us say now, Taranaha. So the one enables us to cross over the samsara sagar. Samsara sagarat tarayati iti tarana. One who rescues us from this ocean of samsara. Why this samsara is called an ocean? Just as ocean is difficult to cross over if you don't have proper ship, etc. So is our limited existence subject to janma marana, incessant birth and death transmigration. Is very difficult to cross over so long as we try to find out solution from the world in the world. We do many things in the world so that we can gain more and more happiness. We can get rid of sorrow once forever for all the time, if possible, and live forever. We do many things in the world, but none succeeds. So, doing which we are accustomed to itself cannot help us to cross all the samsara. What is the one that helps us? Knowing and being. You be what you are in reality. You know what you are in reality. Somehow you have forgotten your true nature and mistaken what you are not as what you are. What I am not is taken as mistaken as what I am. That is the cause of samsara, the incessant sorrows characterized by mrityu, death in terms of janma and marana. No doubt, in this pursuit of knowing oneself, karma's doing has got a role, which Adi Shankaracharya in Vivek Chudamani very clearly says. Chittasya shuddhaye karma natu vastupalabdhaye. Karma is necessary for chitta shuddhi, purity of the mind, by taking to with karma yoga attitude. Thereby, you develop more and more vairagya. As a result, your mind has the capacity to withdraw itself from its incessant, never ending preoccupation in the Vishaya sense objects. Such a mind, which enjoys very high degree of vairagya, is no more dependent on the world. No dependent on the world means you have got that to that extent, more and more quietude of the mind. That mind, such mind, withdrawn from its preoccupation in the world, withdrawn from its preoccupation in the sense objects and sense pleasure, enjoys that state of quietude, shanta, shanti, wherein our true nature gets reflected, as it were. Even now it is reflected, but it is clustered by all the features of the thoughts corresponding to the objects and beings and events in the world. As a result, we are unable to know, unable to be aware of, unable to experience what we are in reality. So, for which, as a first step, karmas have to be made use of for the purity of the mind. Thereafterwards, vastu siddhir vicharena na kinchit karma koti. All that you have to do is inquiry what I am in reality. You know, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, he had only one mantra. Ask, who am I, 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 who am I? Once a Vaishnava, a pious devotee of Vishnu, very religious, went to Ramana Maharshi. Of course, he had respect for Maharshi to verify whether he is on the right track or not of spirituality. So he went and told him, I'm a Vaishnava. I do these things. I visited all the 108 or some Tirtha Kshetras of Vishnu, etc. And Puja, Vishnu Sahasranama. Am I on the right track? The Maharshi said, certainly, you are on the right track. That's what to be done. So he had some solace. As a result of this, will I go to Vaikuntha? Why should you not? You have done so much. You are certainly going to go to Vaikuntha. Then he asked, will I be able to see Vishnu? Having gone to Vaikuntha, how is that you will not be able to see Vishnu? Yes. Will I have his proximity? Yes, you will have proximity. Will Vishnu talk to you? Yes, he will talk to you. Why not? What will he talk? Ravan says, my dear, please find out who am I? He asks you, please discover who am I? So the final solution is to who am I? Otherwise, your devotion, bhakti to Bhagavan should be so intense that your mind gets totally absorbed in Bhagavan only. Nothing else other than Bhagavan. Thereafter you don't bother at all. It is Bhagavan's job. So I and Bhagavan can't be there. Kabir Das says in Doha, प्रेम गली अति सांकरी जामे दो न समाए जब मैं था हरि नाही अब हरि है मैं नाही प्रेम गली प्रेम है भक्ति really prema means only bhakti devotion only or other different words can be used. This path of devotion is very narrow, like one-way traffic. अति सांकरी, very narrow. जामे जिसमें दो न समाए. Two entities cannot be accommodated simultaneously. जब मैं था on that path, when I was there, Hari nahi, Hari Bhagwan was not there at all. अब हरि है मैं नाही. Now Hari, Bhagwan and Bhagwan alone is there. मैं नाही, I am not there. So that is the real sign of devotion, wherein mind has got so totally absorbed in Bhagavan that I-ness, erroneous I-ness identified with the body is not there at all. Afterwards, it's Bhagavan's job. Otherwise, your mind should get absorbed in your true nature, Chaitanya, wherein no trace of Vishaya Jnana, Bahya Jnana is there. So the one who helps the devotees to cross over this ocean of samsara, so taranaha, the one who enables one to cross. Next one is taraha, more or less same thing, same meaning. Savior. But a little different, the same. Samsara can be taken as the Garbha Janma Jara Mrityu Lakshana Bhayat Tarayati. He saves you from the fear of Garbha, the staying in mother's womb for 9 months. Janma, birth. Jara, birth, painful, very painful. For mother, painful, for the child also painful. So, Jara, old age, again painful. Body is not working properly. Near and dears are not carrying at all. The person in the corner is lying down. Nobody attends. All this. The person feels neglected, rejected by near and dear ones. They are busy in their own way. This person also was busy when he was young. So there are old age, one of the main cause of sorrow, old age. There are mrityu, death is painful. So from this bhaya, fear, one who rescues by making you know your swarupa. Shuraha, so it's Tara, that is what Tara. Tarayati Tarana, Tarayati Tara. There samsara sagar. Same samsara sagar is more extended here. Garbha Janma Mara Jara Mrityu, etc. Shuraha, because of valor, the one who is valiant, Shura, one who can overpower any demonic force. Shauri, Shauri, name for Krishna, because he is the son of Vasudeva. Either Vasudeva's father was named Shura, or that clan was of Shura. Shauri means the descendant of Shura. Shura can be, that is, to Vasudeva, the Shura's son Vasudeva, or it can be Kula, clan. Shauri, descendant of Shura. Janeshwara, Jananam, not necessarily humans, Jantunam, of all beings. One is Ishvara, Overlord. Anukula, favorable to all. How? By lending the existence aspect Sat, the knowledge aspect Chit, and happiness Ananda. In the entire creation, wherever you find existence, knowledge principle, and Ananda, it is Bhagavat Swarupa. And that is our true nature, Chaitanya, Chit, your consciousness, your awareness principle. This is our Swarupa. Not knowing this, we hunt here and there in the world. Anukula, so therefore he is favorable to all or anyone, because he gives this existence, knowledge, and happiness. Shatavartaha, avartana means repetitions. Repeatedly coming, avartana, repetition. So Shatavartaha, one who comes hundreds of times, did not be 100 only, many times. For what? Dharmatranaya, to protect the dharma. to uplift the dharma from degradation on account of adharma. You know, Bhagavad Gita, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya dushkratam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge, from time to time. Sambhavami, not simply bhavami, not being born. I take birth on my own will for protect the dharma, destroy the adharma. People may not know me when I come like this. Avajananti mam mudha manushim tanum ashatam. Parambhav vajananta mama bhuta maheshwar. Common people not knowing my greatness, they insult me. They despise me who has taken a human form because they know not my true nature. So the one who is the overlord of everything, they know it not. So therefore this way, one who manifests comes means manifest repeatedly. So that is why it's Shatava. Or he is the one, Bhagavan is the one who abides in main 100 nadis in the form of prana. It is these nadis which connect the jiva to the nook and corner of our body through sense organs interacting with the world, acting through the organs of action, karmendriya. So these in and through the nadis, the Bhagavan only abides in the form of prana, the vital airs, which enable the nadis to function. Padmi, the one who holds, Padma means lotus, lotus in the hand. You know the Vishnu, you always have lotus in the hand. Padmi. Padma Nibhekshana, whose Ikshani eyes are Padma Nibha, means like lotus. One whose eyes are so beautiful like lotus. For example, a beautiful woman is called as what? Meenakshi. Beautiful eyes, like a fish. So here is the one whose eyes are like beautiful like lotus. Continue.
पद्मनाभो अरविन्दाक्ष पद्मगर्भः शरीरभृत् महर्दिरुद्धो वृद्धात्मा महाक्षो गरुडध्वजः पद्मनाभो अरविन्दाक्ष पद्मगर्भः शरीरभृत् महर्दिरुद्धो वृद्धात्मा महाक्षो गरुडध्वजः
Padmanabha. Nabhi means navel, is also used in the sense of middle. One who is in the middle of a lotus, in the pericarp of the lotus, the yellowish portion in the middle. So the one who is there in the middle of this thing, this may refer to Hiranyagarbha or Brahma. As we know, Brahma is born from the lotus that emerges from the Nabhi, navel of Vishnu. So that way we can take it as Hiranyagarbha also, or the one who is there in the middle of the lotus. It can mean also one whose navel is beautiful like lotus. Aravindaksha, whose eyes are beautiful like Aravinda. Aravinda is lotus. For example, Vyasa was ugly to look at, dark and thick, but his Brahma Tejas are so great. He is called Aravindaksha is called. The one whose eyes are like beautiful like the lotus, because it shows the depth of his abidance in one Swarupa. Even one may not have knowledge, but those who are what, thorough in Veda chanting, they were the Brahma Tejas, the glow on their complexion because of that discipline. The result of that mind is discipline, which reflects on their countenance. So, Brahma Tejas. So, here, Padma, that is our Aravindaksha, the one who has eyes like lotus. Padma Garbha. So, Padma Garbha means here, Padma Garbha stands for Hridaya Kamala, the heart compared to lotus. So, the one who is meditated upon in the heart is what they call Hardakash. It is called Hardakash. So that is how one who is Upasya, worthy of meditation in the Hridaya. It is a place given for meditation. That's Sharira Bhrit. So Sharirani, the bodies. Who? Sharirinam means the bodies of all beings. What does it do? Bibharti, dharayati dibhrit, who sustains, who bears, or who sustains. How? By providing nutrition through food. Through food, providing nutrition. Or by providing pranas, the vital airs which correspond to the physiological functions in the body, without which the body cannot survive. So that way, the one who sustains the body, Sharira Bhrut, or one who sustains the body by Swamaya, by that creative power constituted of Sattva Guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. whether at a physical level or mental level. We are the products of Pancha Mahabhutas. Physical level, gross 5 elements. Mental level, subtle 5 elements. Constituted of which are three gunas, sattva guna, rajo guna, tamo guna. So that way one sustain the body. Mahardi, Mahati, Riddhi. Riddhi means Vibhuti, glory. Glory. So one whose glory is something splendid, unsurpassed to Mahardi. Ruddha, the one who expounds oneself in the form of Jagat creation. Bahusyam prajayeti. Let me become many. Myself becoming many. This is the original sankalpa of Paramatma. As a result, this entire Jagat is. I have told this in the past, but once again I'm repeating. You must have heard there is a statement prevalent in the world. Without the will of God, even a blade of grass cannot move. A statement is very difficult to understand because people straight away misunderstand it. See, everything is because we love the God. There is no occasion for, we are not blamed for this. We are programmed by will of the God. Means Purushartha. Self-effort has no role. At the face value, it may appear so, but it is not its meaning. Without the will of the God, even the blade of grass cannot move in the sense. It is that original will which has given rise to everything. Anything and everything is able to function because of this original will of Bhagavan has given the Chandogya. Bhusyam prajayeti. Let me myself, without aid of anything else, manifest as many. As a result, entire Jagat is what? Manifestation of Bhagavad Sarupa only. That's why they say, don't hate anyone, don't hurt anyone, because Bhagavad Sarupa. Now, one may say, if a person is adharmic, should we not deal with him? Krishna himself taught a lesson to Duryodhana. Of course, Pandavas were nimitta. And once he said, I will not leave this Duryodhana so that the posterity should come to know that such rank adharma can never be tolerated. See, if someone commits mistake, there's a limit up to which you can pardon, excuse. but not beyond that. Duryodhana was one of them. In fact, what happened was there was a discussion between the Pandavas. Krishna was there, Draupadi was there. So, what should be our policy? So, they decided that Krishna should go to Kauravas as an envoy. That's fine. But what are the terms which can be finally settled? They knew Duryodhana will not give any share. Then it was decided, let him give 5 villages, or at least a village with 5 houses. Will rest contented. That was agreed among them. Krishna started. Draupadi followed him. Say, Krishna, one village is more important than my dishonor. Means you are trying to settle for one village, and I was so dishonored. Should it not be retaliated? You know what Krishna said? Draupadi, I don't know whether I will succeed or not in my mission. I have no guarantee. But I know for certain Duryodhana. Duryodhana will not budge with even a one village. The circumstance that you imagine will never come. That was what it was. In fact, they say Krishna went there with self-canceling sankalpa. When you go as an envoy on such mission, that purpose, that is desire is it should succeed. Krishna went with a sankalpa that it should fail. Then only Mahabharata war can take place. Who can dismiss his sankalpa? But Krishna wanted to show to the world that such extreme measures should be taken to as only the last resort, where other means which are suggested in the Shastra fail. To give a lesson to the world, he did go there. And he knows that Duryodhana will not. In fact, the problem was not with Duryodhana, it was Dhritarashtra. Anyway, so that is how it is. So, the one that is, we are seeing that there, by the will of God, everything is there. Everything. The one who grows in the form of Jagat, Prapancha Rupena, Vardamanatvat, Ruddha. The one is expansive, manifests Jagat. And there is nothing other than Bhagavan, but only we know it not because of our ignorance. Vriddhatma. So here Atma means nature. One whose nature is Vriddha means Puratana. Ancient in the sense, even before the Jagat came into existence, he was there. Jagat got manifest He is there. Jagat ends, he continues to be there. So that is what one whose nature is something which is ancient in the sense timeless. It is not time bound. Time bound is something born and subject to death, destruction. This is ever existence principle. Therefore, it is called a Sat. Sat means what? Trikala Avadita Vastu. The entity which knows not any destruction in three periods of time, past, present, and future. In fact, that time itself exists in that principle. Vruddhatma, Mahakshaha, Akshini, eyes or senses. Mahati Akshini. But the big eyes means what? Not some absurdity. One who can see anything and everything because of being Antaryami. The one who abides in all and enables them to function. Antaha san yamayati. Yamayati means controls. Control the sense, enables them to function. Is Antaryami. Ishvara sarvabhutanam hriddeshi abhyantishati. Hridaya is there always in all the beings. So that is. Or one whose senses are Maha. Why? All senses belong to him only, but free from it. Sarvendriya gunabhasam, sarvendriya vivarjitam. Appears to have all eyes, ear, nose, tongue, touch, but truly free from all. Mahaksha. Garuda Dhwaja, the one who is emblem, Dhwaja, flag, is Garuda. You know that eagle, big eagle, very swift in flight. Of course, Hanuman was faster than Garuda. Read next.
अतुलः शरभो भीम समयज्ञो हविर्हरिः सर्वलक्षणलक्षण्यो लक्ष्मीवान् समितिञ्जयः अतुलः शरभो भीम समयज्ञो हविर्हरिः सर्वलक्षणलक्षण्यो लक्ष्मीवान् समितिञ्जयः
Atula. Tula means upamana, illustration. One who has no illustration. Bhagwan is like this. You can't give any illustration. They say, Rama Ravanayor Yuddham. Rama Ravana Yuddhamiva. The battle between Rama and Ravana cannot be compared with anything else. If at all in the comparison, illustration, that same battle, Rama Ravana Yo Yuddham, the battle between these two, Rama Ravana Yuddham, like that battle only. That's why Hanuman, the flag of Arjuna, got bored, got dozing. What is this? This one, बच्चा एक arrow फेंकता है, बुड्ढा एक arrow फेंकता है. What is that? During the battle of Ram Ravana. They used to bring mountains and trees and etc. and were throwing. They say Hanuman got little alert, active, and very happy when one Buddha was fighting and one Bacha was fighting. Who is the Bacha? Abhimanyu. Who is the Buddha? Bhishma. He was happy the way they were fighting. Baki Sabi was bored. So here is the one who cannot be compared with anything else. In Gita said, न त्वत् सदृशो अस्ति अधिकम कुतः. Oh Bhagavan, Arjuna says, equal to you, no one. Well, the Krishna is someone superior to you. In Shvetashwara he said, न तस्य प्रतिमा अस्ति यस्य नाम महादेशः. So Bhagavan Paramatma Tat is called Mahadesha. Why? Yasya pratima nasti. No one is equal to him. No one equal to that principle. So he is what? Mahadesha, that Atula. Who cannot be compared. Gita, not what samosya advaitaka patanya. There is no one equal to you. Who can be superior to you? Sharabha. Shara means arrow. But here, Sharirani, bodies are called Shara. Why? Shiryamanatva. Shiryamana means that which is prone to get disintegrated. Body made up of Panchamahabhutas. After death, it gets disintegrated. Other name is called Deha. Why Deha? Dahyamana Svabhavata, which can be burned. So that's why it's called Deha. So here, Sharaha means Sharirani, the bodies. In that, one who is seen is known. How? As Pratyagatma. Pratyagatmataya bhati, who shines, who is available as the I in all beings, and therefore is called Sharabha. Bhima, everyone is what? Afraid of whom? Bibheti asma sarvamiti. All get frightened because of him. Oh, is it a Bhagavan terror? No. He is, what is that? Lawgiver. A very hard taskmaster whose laws can never be broken. If one violates, punishment. That is what Taittiriya says. Bhishas madvata pavati, bhishodeti surya, bhishas mad agnischendrascha, mrityurdhavati panchama iti. Because of his fear, fright, Vata pavati. The wind, Vayu, so powerful blows. Vishodeti Surya. Sun rises. Here, it is not actual fear. Because of his whose command, because of his whose law, this takes place. So, means so powerful. One who executes the law. So that is how. See there, yes, there also. It is not in a negative sense. In the positive sense, in the sense that much means the entire cosmos runs as per the law of Parameshwara. No exception, no excuses. If at all something goes wrong in the human being, who has got some little choice, we would use for good, well and good, otherwise detrimental. Otherwise, the nature, it is always, it runs as per the law of Ishvara. So that was the Sarvam Asmat Vibheti. All are frightened of, afraid of who? Bhima. Then Atula Sharabho Bhima. Avagraha also can be put. And if avagraha means silent, you know that S type they put. Then it becomes Abhimaha. Sharabaha. Abhima, a Pani Sutra is there for that. So then it becomes one who becomes no more fear to those who live the life of dharma. Abhima, one who is not a fear for those who live the life of dharma. Otherwise, Bhima, terror. Samayajna. Samayajna. I want to be careful. It is not Samayajna. Samayajna. One who knows the Samaya. Samaya means time. What are the times? When Srishti to take place, Utpatti of Jagat. Sthiti, continuation up to what? When Samhara. So the one who knows Srishti, Sthiti, Samhara, Samaya, time of the Samayajna. Then I don't know what Shat Samayan Janatiti va Samayajna. One who knows 6 types of times. I don't know what they are. Sarvabhuteshu samatvam asya yojanam. It can be then Samayajna also can be. Samayajna. See, earlier I've seen Samayajna. The one who knows that Srishti Siddhi Samhara time. Then that Samatva itself is Yajna. But Samatva sameness in the sense the one who is same in all. in terms of Satchit Ananda. Not something more in some, less in other. No. The saint or a sinner, Paramatma is one and the same. So therefore, the one who is one and the same in all, that knowledge itself is a yajna, sama yajna. In Vishnu Purana, Prahlada says, Samatvam Aradhanam Achyutasya. Seeing Achyuta, Vishnu, Bhagavan, as Sama, one and the same in all. That itself is Aradhana, invoking Bhagavan. That is what Sama Yajna, that way also can be taken. Avir Hari. Now, Avir Hari can be taken as one name, Avir Hari one, or it can be taken as Avihi and Harihi. Two names it can be. First, let us take Avir Harihi. In Yajnas, one who takes the Havi, that oblation, one who receives the oblation, is called Avir Hari. As in Bhagavad Gita, Aham sarvayajnanam bhokta cha prabhureva cha. I am in all yajnas the recipient of bhokta, the recipient of the oblations, Prabhu. I am the master of the yajna. So that way, Avir Hari. Or two names. So Havi, the one who is what? Huyate Havisha Asaviti. The one who is invoked in yajnas by offering the oblations. So he is called Havi. Huyate Havisha Asav. Asav, this Bhagavan is the one who is Havisha by oblations. Huyate means invoked in terms of yajna. Then Hari, Smriti Matrena, Harati Papa, the one who by just his remembrance destroys the sins of devotees, or one who destroys avidya, self-ignorance and its karya effect, samsara. That is Harihi. One more meaning of Hari is given as one whose complexion is Harit. Harit says blue. One who has got blue complexion and dark complexion. It is so told in the Mahabharata. That we also Hari. Will continue. Oh.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ